Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode on the AMS Performance YouTube channel. So as you guys can see, we are here in Forza Horizon 5. This game did just release, and we thought this would be a good opportunity to remake the Alpha Omega Drag Huracan, so that way you guys can go ahead and download the car and use it for whatever it is that you please. So randomly, I just decided to go ahead and make this car, and Alex Taylor, you guys may have seen him in our vlogs. It was actually his idea. He's like, hey, you should start time-lapsing this. So I ended up time-lapsing it, and it kind of turned into this video. So here you can see I'm creating the Alpha logo, and just kind of wanted to show you guys the process of how I made these logos. I made every single one from scratch individually. As you can see here, I taped the logos onto the screen with some masking tape. And then I chose a white color for the background vinyl, so that way when the vinyl was behind the paper, it actually illuminated the paper, kind of gave me a really good template to kind of work from. So here we will start the Garrett logo. Actually, these logos took anywhere from between 1 to 2 hours. This is my first time ever really recreating a car like this, but as you can see, once I pull the paper off and you get in close there, you could actually see some spots are missing, some jagged edges. So each one of these logos, after this process of using the paper template, needed to get cleaned up. So next, I was using pictures that I had of the car, and I was basically just looking at every single decal and location, kind of where it was placed, sizing, all that, to try to get it as accurate as I possibly could. So here I'm finishing up the Alpha logo. Then we went ahead and we made, I guess what you would call maybe a driver tag. So this basically sits right above the driver door. It has Jordan's last name. So we went ahead and recreated that. I wanted to make sure to get every single vinyl that I could to the T. There's actually just a couple that either wouldn't go in the correct spot, or I just had to move them because it did not look as good in the game. So we're at the Prime Cuts logo. I was not really too excited to start this one just because it's a very in-depth logo. There's a lot of different angles to it. So I actually redid it. What you see on the car is a little bit better than that. It was just really late at night at this point. I just kind of wanted to see what it would look like on the car. So I just threw it together real fast. And then we did our burnouts for Dan hashtag. Dan Macro was actually a tuner here at AMS who tragically passed away, so that's a little homage to him. So as we add all the logos onto the car, this would be a good time to kind of let you guys know about the channel. So AMS Performance, we are a forced induction performance shop based out of West Chicago, Illinois. We were the first to get the R35 GTR into the 9s, the 8s, the 7s, and the 6s in the quarter mile. This Drag Huracan that you are seeing right here, Alpha Omega, is currently the world's quickest Lamborghini Huracan in the quarter mile. At the time of this recording, we're at a 733 at 194. And we hope to go a little bit faster this next racing season. So we do weekly vlogs. We show car builds, get a behind the scenes look into AMS and really show you guys what it's all about. And there's a lot of cool stuff that goes on here. So if you're coming from the Forza Horizon side of YouTube or the gaming side of YouTube, please go ahead and check out some of our other videos. And if you like what you see, it'd be really awesome if you guys could hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, so we are here. We have the final product. Everything has been placed. Everything looks honestly perfect. So that logo you see right there, right up above the headlight, that logo is actually supposed to be on the underside of the headlight. But what happens is once I place that there, the logo is duplicated and you see it on the bottom of that front splitter. So you actually see that logo twice. And it shouldn't be down there. It just looks so off that I ended up just placing that in the top. And then sadly that whole red square right up there should follow underneath into that duct all the way up, but it will only allow you to go that far. Once you get past that point, it'll actually show up on the top of the car. So that's just like a couple small things that really couldn't be, I guess, true to life on the car, but everything else is pretty much in place exactly where it should be. So we have our drive wire. That's actually Jordan Martin's Instagram. So if you want to follow Jordan and this specific Lamborghini Huracan, the AMS Alpha Omega drag car, go ahead and follow Jordan right there at Drivewire. He posts quite a bit of awesome stuff on there. He's a monster. He's an incredible driver, and yeah, you definitely want to give him a follow. Alright, so now we're going to head over to upgrades and tuning. We're going to kind of go through really just the upgrades that I did and the very light tune. It's nothing super crazy. So with this car, obviously first thing is you are going to want to twin turbo it. Obviously our Alpha Omega Drag Huracan is a twin turbo car. So we're going to go ahead and add that. We're going to leave it all-wheel drive. And we keep the stock engine. So the actual car has the V10. These other two here are the V12, so that must be the Aventador V12. So we're not using that today, so we're using the V10. So we're going to leave that installed. In the game, this is a Huracan Performante. If you want to download the skin, you have to have the Performante, not the Huracan. The actual real Alpha Omega Drag Huracan is not a Performante. It is just a regular Huracan, but he had the rear Performante wing added to the car. So not to be confused, but we have to choose the Performante in this game because that's the only way to get this rear wing. So as far as wheels, these are the closest wheels that I could find to what's the B-locks that are actually on the car. Sadly, you cannot go down a size for rims on this car. You can only do the rears, and you can only go up 1 inch. So the actual car has much smaller wheels, but sadly, that is all we're going to be able to get there. Let's head over to drivetrain. So drivetrain, obviously full clutch. For the transmission, I just did the race, so that still leaves us with the 7 gears like the car normally has. And then this car in real life does actually have a full cage. So we went ahead and put the cage in there as well. Alright guys, so now let's get into the engine upgrades. So currently we're sitting at 851 horsepower. That's just with the turbo kit installed. No other modifications on the engine. That's actually almost equivalent to our Alpha 9 kit. Basically, the last time that we had this car out, when we ran our 733, the car made just over 2,000 horsepower, but we actually probably only utilized 1,800 at the track. So 2,000 would be a pretty good representation to get to, but let's go ahead and see what happens once we add all of the modifications to the car. So the reason I did everything is because even with everything maxed out on this V10 motor, we only get 1,336 horsepower. So sadly, it's still, you know, 600 plus horsepower shy of what the car actually makes in real life. So that's the most we can get. Alright guys, now we are in the game, and we have our Alpha Omega Drag Huracan. The lighting in this game is phenomenal. It's a great looking game. It's a little buggy right now at launch, but, you know, there's a lot of people playing this. I really hope that they will fix everything up. Alright, we got the hood back on. So, oh my god. Okay, thanks bro. If you hold the brake and give the gas, you can maybe shift from second back into first. You'll see it kind of goes into a launch control mode here. Well, first and second gear will just blow off the tires, even if you modulate. Third gear with launch control, you get no wheel spin, she just takes off. So that's a very good way to launch this car from a dig. Second gear will also light off the tires. Alright, so we're going to get into the tune real quick. Let me go ahead and head over to the highway. We're going to do a top speed run. So the tuning on this car is honestly going to be very simple. So let's go ahead and we'll see what we hit. This is a stock tune right now. I just reset to default settings. So you're going to notice here once we hit 7th gear, man, when you go into Horizon Solo mode with these drivatars and traffic, they are just everywhere. So as you can see, we're redlining right now at 227. You can kind of hear the RPM digging, hitting the rev limiter. There's more power in it. So let's make a couple adjustments, see how much faster we can get. So I'm going to go into tune car, and for gearing, if you take your final drive and you actually go from 49, which is stock, to 419, it definitely seems like a big jump, but the car has the power. You're going to go ahead and apply that, and there you go. We're climbing 30, 40. We're going 250, 255. So I have gotten this car to 264. We're getting there. We're getting there, trying to look at the speedo and not crash. 62, 63. Oh. 62, 63. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, do it! Oh, man. Alright. I have hit 264, but that is if you're trying to make this a car that you're going to use to actually just cruise around the map. But yeah, this is a really good tune. The car has great handling. If you want to adjust with spring rates and all that stuff, I have not gone that in depth, but that's all up to you. So the livery is obviously free to download. The share code will be up on the screen. You may have already seen it, and the share code will also be in the description below. So, oh, that's why I have a roll cage, right, in case of crash. You appreciate it? Oh, 265, look at that. It's a good time to end. Oof, oh man. 266, okay. 266, boys and girls. And we're going to end it with that. So thank you guys for watching the AMS Performance YouTube channel today. We really appreciate all you guys coming out. And if you are new to the channel, thank you guys for stopping by and visiting. We don't really do gaming videos, but we thought this was just a really good opportunity to kind of dive into this brand new game and make something cool that all of you guys can download and use. So we are going to do something though. If we can get 1,000 likes on this video, we will actually go ahead and remake some of AMS's most iconic race cars and get them all together for maybe a 6 or 7 car drag race. So if you guys want to see that, hit that like button. Let's get to 1,000. We'll make that happen. But other than that, that pretty much does it. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one.